Hey everybody, welcome to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying, the show about anything and everything because it's our show. Today I am here with the usual suspects, Juan.
Hey.
J-Co.
Hello, everybody.
And I am Sean Cantley. And
you're back to full names?
Our legal names.
Yeah, this is, well, I mean, it's February, so I think this is technically, anyway.
Oh, man, come on.
Anyway, and this is our theme music. Still nothing, Juan. Still nothing. You know, Juan, I've got more. Okay. Hey, everybody, welcome back to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying, Season 5, Episode 7. We are 2 episodes away from the penultimate episode.
Oh, your favorite word of Season 1.
Hey, I learned a new word.
And you haven't forgotten it ever since then.
No, I'm so educated now. Well, welcome back, gentlemen. How are you doing? What's going on? You guys okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah. So, Juan, but before I was so rudely interrupted by you and the theme music, I was going to tell you that I've gotten more feedback about your minute of Wansons than I have about your arbitrary noises at the beginning of the show.
One person comments about my minute of Wansons.
Wait, what did they say?
They said, "Fuck you, Jay." That's what they said.
Well, that's not very nice.
I mean, also, I think that's against Instagram's. I think that's against their bylaws or whatever. But they said, and I quote, "You should give Juan 2 minutes of Wansons." And I said, I
could barely fill 1 minute. Fuck you guys.
That's what she said, Juan. That's what she
Go.
Oh, you spoke to your mom last night?
God damn, dude. Already?
He shot the first fire.
In your face. He shot the first fire in your face. Go.
Oh God, Jesus Christ! What is it? What is this? 2 minutes in? 2 minutes in? Oh my God! So anyway, yes, Juan, I did speak to my mother last night. Are you gonna call or what?
Am I gonna call who?
My mom.
No. Why would I?
Well, because you saw her last night.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call her. That's ridiculous.
Well, then why are you fucking her then?
Oh, come on.
You are the one that
feels so dirty. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Just call me stepdad.
Stepdad.
But I'm your Caucasian wife. How can I? What part of the world is this, Juan? So
this relationship has gotten way more complicated.
It's okay. Listen, we've been gone for a week. Who knows what's going on? Who knows? But
this is like the most fucking back alley, backwoods fucking soap opera ever, man. I'm your stepdad, but you're my Caucasian wife.
Yeah. Well,
am I just the guy that's watching this all unfold?
You're
the narrator, man.
He's the guy eating the popcorn going, I don't know what the fuck is happening, but I can't stop watching. He's like, we're a car crash, Juan. We're a car crash.
I think Jay is the evil stepbrother that just woke up from a coma and is trying to figure out shit before he plants a seed.
I wanted to be Morgan Freeman.
Man, do you have a Morgan Freeman?
That's the moment when Sean knew he fucked up.
I was going to ask if you had a Morgan Freeman impression, and then there it was. You know what else is going on in the world? Are you guys keeping up with this Ukraine
the
and
Kardashians?
Oh, are you keeping up with the Kardashians, Juan?
Oh yeah, how are the Kardashians?
Well, they called me the other day. They're doing fine. Kind of creeped out by Kanye, but other than that, they're doing great.
You mean Pete Davidson?
Pete Davidson is freaked out, yeah.
Do you know why he's freaked out?
Because Ye is crazy, man.
Yeah, because he's fucking his girl.
Yeah, man. Just like Ray J did. And apparently...
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what did I miss?
Pete Davidson is dating...
Kim Kardashian.
Oh,
that I knew. But when you said it, the other thing, I thought...
Oh, the other thing I said...
Kanye and Kim were back.
No, they're not back together. Kim and Kanye are still separated. And I mean, in his latest antics, if I'm understanding correctly, he posted a bunch of tweets or a bunch of text messages that were between them about about their kid, and he took them down. Like he put them on Instagram or Twitter or something. But there's a
it's like he's jealous or something.
yeah, it's like he's a jealous ex-boyfriend trying to get his girl back. But hey, he's a crazy guy. He's fucking crazy. But the reason why,
dude, how's Pete Davidson doing this, man?
I have no clue. I have no idea. I think he dated Ariana Grande. Everyone was like, what the?
Yeah, they were supposed to be engaged at one point.
Yeah.
Juan, do you know why? What's going on with Pete Davidson? Do we not know something? This guy, like, fucking, he's a horse. What's going on?
I don't know, man. I think people feel sad that his dad passed away in 9/11, and he carries that on.
Oh, come on.
Is that why so all these chicks are just pity fucking Pete Davidson? Is that what they're doing?
I mean, is he even that funny? Like, I really don't know. No. Is he?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah. I enjoy some of his stuff.
Yeah, he was at somebody's roast, and I thought it was pretty funny. I think it was a roast of Snoop Dogg. He just made fun of like how he's really young and Snoop Dogg's old, and everyone.
Yeah, that was his entire thing. In fact, didn't he come out with a cassette player and say, "Hey, my mom wants me to get you to autograph this, but what the fuck is this?"
I have no idea.
Yeah,
but so Juan, you know nothing about Pete Davidson other than that all these chicks are pity fucking him.
I don't know if it's pity fucking him, but sure.
Well, ask Kanye
and Kate Beckinsale
and Kate Beckinsale. That's all I think I heard about that. They think they met on SNL.
Yeah. It was right after Ariana Grande, and then it's weird. Like Colin Jost is married to Scarlett Johansson.
Who's Colin Jost? I don't know who that is.
Oh, he's the anchor for Weekend Update.
Oh, really?
Well, the white guy anchor. There's Michael Che, and then Colin Jost. Colin Jost is the white guy, and Michael Che is the black guy.
Yes, yeah. Michael Che, yeah. He had a really funny one, but he was making all these black jokes, and the guy was so uncomfortable on the other end. It was. I wish I could remember it. Oh my god! I remember watching it, going, "That guy's hilarious. I love that guy."
Dude, I love some of those jokes because some of those jokes get groans, and it's live, so they get the groans, and then Michael Che's reaction is like, "Well, I know, I said it."
Yeah, it's out there now, and the thing is, some of the stuff is absolutely fucking true. That's the thing. Like it's like I think that's what's
it's more true. It's more truth than joke.
Yeah,
and it's just funny.
Well, yeah. Oh man. So speaking of crazy celebrities, you guys, Juan, do you know who Cardi B is?
Yeah, isn't she the one that used to be a stripper and now a rapper?
Yeah.
The one that makes all that.
Yeah. Did she do our theme music?
That's pretty good.
I didn't realize she did. We should have her do our theme music, man.
Dude, that's Juan's best impression.
That is true.
That's my only impression, and it was accidental.
Can you do it one more time?
There it is. But so I was perusing the internet as I do, and I don't watch the news. I think I told you guys this. If it doesn't involve technology, if it doesn't interrupt the flow of tech that will be coming my way, then I don't typically care about it. But I was perusing the internet as I do, and I found this article that said, hold on, it's from Pop Sugar, and it says Cardi B on Ukraine-Russian conflict. And end quotes is the headline here. Wish these world leaders would stop tripping. Now,
that is our next president, ladies and gentlemen.
I
wouldn't doubt it.
I wholeheartedly believe that in like 30 years, Kylie Jenner is going to be the president.
I'm glad that you're getting your news from Pop Sugar, Sean.
You know what? I don't even know how.
That's because Reddit wasn't available.
I don't know how I ended up here. But when I caught on Cardi B Russian conflict.
I know how you ended up there.
Please explain how.
Yeah, I want to know.
He was taking a dump on his cell phone, like the majority of
you were taking a dump on your cell phone,
like shitting on it. I was covering that screen with rich Taco Bell shit. And
I thought you respected your phone a little more than that, Sean.
Okay, well, I do get a new one every year.
For someone that like worships his iPhone, it still doesn't stop him from taking it to the bathroom and going down the rabbit hole.
You put it down your rabbit hole, Sean?
I honestly don't know what the hell Juan's talking about.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the explanation.
Yeah, so if you want to please elaborate on the words you spoke.
Yes.
So Sean was taking a dump on his iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's what you said.
Yes.
Okay. So anyway.
Where's Cardi B when you need her?
Yeah. so Cardi B. I was perusing, I don't know, it must have been Facebook or Instagram or something, and it says Cardi B on Ukraine-Russian conflict. And I said, what? Is Cardi B from Ukraine or Russia?
No, isn't she like Cuban or Puerto Rican or something like that?
I have no clue. She might be part bird based on your impression. I don't fucking know. But I then go...
Hold on, let me find out.
Oh, God. So then I go, wait.
Go.
That's exactly what he's doing. Juan, close your mouth. So then I go and I'm like, I don't understand. And then I read the rest of it. I go, I wish these leaders would stop tripping. And I go, I really don't understand. So I don't know how much you guys...
Wait. What don't you understand,
I don't understand why Cardi B has an opinion on the Ukraine and Russian conflict.
It's a very simple message. All these world leaders need to stop tripping.
But is that what the world's come to now? Is this headline news where Cardi B, wet ass pussy Cardi B is telling the world,
whoa,
just stop tripping.
This is a family show, man.
Oh, no, Juan, this is a show where your family is in the same room as you. This is not. Come on, man.
You leave our guest host alone.
Oh, sure. Sorry, Jay. You were saying.
Well, I mean, WAP and politics usually go hand in hand.
They do. I just watched a movie where they did.
Especially if you're Trump.
Can you explain that, please?
Yes.
Can you elaborate?
Yes, I could.
So Sean was taking a dump on his phone, and then
he was taking a shit.
So Cardi B has a father of Dominican descent, and the mother is Trinidadian
from Trinidad
of African and Spanish descent.
Okay, so how close are those to Russia and or the Ukraine?
I don't
close
think
enough to where these world leaders need to stop tripping.
Oh, you know what? I was just gonna go there, but yeah. So then I tried to read the article and I realized that I was like a little ashamed of myself because the only reason I read about any semblance of world news was because the word Cardi B, Ukraine, Russian conflict was in front of it. But what I learned was very little from this article. But what I got was that Russia is essentially mounting troops to, I think, potentially invade the Ukraine. One,
I got to give it up to Cardi B for keeping up with like world news. Like I wouldn't think that she'd be like she wouldn't have an opinion. I mean, it's a weird opinion. I mean, it makes sense.
Yes.
I think you're giving her too much credit. I think somebody from TMZ was trying to poke fun of her or put her in a spot and be like, yo, Cardi, what do you think of the whole Ukraine and Russian situation? And she was like, but they just need to stop tripping.
Well, I mean, Cardi B over the last couple of years have had some pretty notable one-liners when it comes to like stuff that's going on in the world. One of them is the most notable, coronavirus, just yelling that over and over again on Instagram.
And what did that teach us?
It taught us that she knew the word coronavirus.
She also knew a bucket of Coronas. Are you sure she wasn't confusing it?
Wow, that's rude, man. But sorry, go ahead, Jay.
What if Cardi B, like in the future, maybe in the next like 20, 30 years, and then all of this stuff that she says, it just becomes like words of wisdom. Like
what was the movie with Luke Wilson? The what?
Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Are you saying that that's what it's going to be with Cardi B?
I'm not saying that it will. I'm just saying that it might.
Yeah, it could be. It's something where like, there's a collapse somewhere in the world's infrastructure, and then all that survives is Cardi B stuff. And then we all become Cardi B stans.
As long as the Maroon 5 and Cardi B song stands, I'm fine.
What song is that?
Yeah, what song is that?
I think it's called A Girl Like You. It's
Girl Like You. Oh.
Yeah.
How does it go?
I'm not going to sing it.
Well, I will say that Cardi B then wrapped up her interview with Pop Sugar to say that I actually want to say a lot of things, but I'm just going to mind my business because sometimes I feel like I have such a big platform that if I don't say the right things, I might get killed.
That is very true.
Whoa.
It's true.
It's very true.
It's true.
That is the most enlightened fucking thing she said.
It's true, and I don't know how in depth you guys follow like a bunch of other stuff was going on, but like I want to say last year, Tekashi 6ix9ine, you guys know who that is? He's like
the snitch.
yeah, yes, he is the snitch.
I don't know who that is.
So Tekashi 6ix9ine is a rapper. He's a rapper who represents like the Blood Gang in some part of New York, and he was subpoenaed in court, and he fucking sang like a canary. And so all these rappers who were associated with him were just like, hey, it's like he's burned, basically. Like, that guy should watch his back. And so, like, and Cardi B was one of those folks who's like, hey, man, I'm just going to mind my fucking business because if I get involved in this, a lot of people get hurt. So, I mean, for her to be like, I don't know, man, I might say the wrong shit and get killed. I think it's absolutely possible. And yeah, who knows? I don't know what Russia's capable of. I don't know what the Ukraine's capable of.
Well, I mean, just a taste of what she just said. I mean, she's very smart not to go any further than world leaders need to stop tripping. You know, like,
yeah,
like she knows that she's gonna put her foot in her mouth, so she just stopped herself at like. Can't we all just get along?
Yeah.
Like,
can't we all just get along? Yeah, that's true.
Don't you wish that some of our former world leaders had that much of a common sense?
Well, I mean, it's because they don't have that much censored that they were elected. You know,
yeah, it's true. And by former who are you talking about, Juan? You're talking about Bill Clinton? Is he saying wild stuff like that?
Richard Nixon?
Yeah. Richard Nixon, man.
He's not a criminal.
Nope.
But yeah, I just anyway. Well, I found it very bizarre. I read part of the article, and I'm now more interested in what's going on in Russia, but I don't know how much more I will read about it.
I want to hear more what Cardi B has to say on the topic.
Well, it goes in to say that.
Did we get Cardi B as a guest host?
Oh, hold on. Can we?
Hey, Cardi, welcome to the show.
You know what? It's amazing to have you on. Thank you for calling in. So I want to know if you can if you can give us kind of some more in-depth information about kind of your stance on NATO and the Russian-Ukraine issue.
Oh my God, that is brilliant.
You know, yeah, I agree. Jay nailed it on the head. I think, yeah, I mean, it may not have been the most eloquent thing to say, but I do agree that you stating it that way, geez, man, that was profound. Thank you for joining. Well, no, thank you for taking your time. I appreciate it.
We love you, Cardi.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, hey, look at that. It was like having King Kong on the show. We'll get right into today's topics. I did want to ask you guys. So today we're talking about like the moment you realized that you were an adult. You know, when we were on with Carlos, you know, we're talking about how different times were back when we were kids. And so it got me thinking about the life and times of being an adult, you know, like, so my first question to you guys is, when did you realize that you were an adult? Like, when's the first moment you felt like, oh, fuck, man, I'm a grown up?
I don't know. There are times when I don't feel like I'm a grown up. And then there are times when I feel like I'm too much of an adult, you know?
Yeah, there are times for me that I feel that I'm like, there's no way that I'm a fucking adult. Like, there's no way. But then, like, if you look at my toy collection, you would think that I was like an 8-year-old, you know, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can remember the moment that I felt like I was an adult. But I do know that when, so my daughter, she's going to be 9. I do know when my daughter does stuff, I just go, God damn, did I used to do that kind of crazy? Like, was my logic that ridiculous? You know, it's like, you know, in her mind, hey, you need to go brush your teeth. So she will take the brush and like she'll brush it and then she's done. I'm just like, what the hell's wrong with you? You know, it's like, well, you told me to brush my teeth. I'm like, yeah, I did. But I meant like brush them like you want to keep those motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And so like in my head, I just go, was my logic that fucked up because I didn't want to brush my teeth, or I was trying to do what I was told and not do what I was told. You guys ever have any moments like that growing up?
Yeah, I mean, all the time. I mean, I don't know. I felt like, I don't know. Sometimes I felt like I was a kind of a whiny kid growing up, and I would just like, I remember crying about just like dumb dumb shit.
Like what? Like what's something you would cry about?
I don't know. Because my brothers and sisters we were so close in age.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would get something, and then I would get like the leftovers or something. You know, like, and I'd get mad because you know, like I wasn't the only kid. You know, so like you always had to fight for attention, and then when you don't get it, you kind of like lash out.
Yeah, it's you know, I have two older brothers and one younger, and we moved around a bit and we lived separately for a while. So like when we were together, my two older brothers, who are 7 years older than me, like, you know, basically I get all their hand-me-down clothes. So like if stuff didn't fit, if they grew out of it or it was just old, then those are basically now my new school clothes. My only saving grace was that my oldest brother was a little bit of a prima donna when it came to like his shoes and clothes, and we are closer in height and build. So like I would be able to get his slightly cooler used clothes like as a kid, but outside of that, I mean, yeah, to your point, Jay, I wasn't a whiny kid. I was a quiet kid, and you know, there's a time when I lived with my aunt, but I was one of the older kids as well. So my cousins were just bad. They were just bad. They just did stuff, you know. And so my aunt, she was the kind of aunt that would like whoop your ass for being guilty by association. So my cousin would do stuff, and then but everyone was in trouble because someone should have come and told.
Yeah, my dad used to punish us that way. Like if one of us got in trouble, then we all got in trouble for some reason, which I didn't see as justice. I thought it was like, what? Well, it's not fair.
You know what, Jay? And now as an adult, and I have my nephews, and like sometimes because as an adult, you just hear you hear the crash in the background, and you're like, one of those motherfuckers did it, and you already know that they're not going to tell you the truth. So then you just punish everybody, so that even if you didn't do anything, you're guilty by association. So this way, in the parents' mind, it is fair and just, and to you, you're like, but I didn't do shit. Like I was just here.
You know, I get that, but you know, my dad did one thing to me, and this stuck with me for forever. I had just gotten a bicycle. Me and my brother, we both got bicycles, right? And I remember my dad telling me to put the bicycle away, right? So I was like, I would just like leave it. And then one day, I left my bicycle. It was in the front of the house, right? Front of the house. And then I left to go with my friends, and I came back. My bike was gone. And then I was like freaking out. I was freaking out because I thought someone stole my bike. Turns out my dad took the bikes inside to teach me a lesson. And that lesson,
did you learn it?
The lesson I learned was I can't trust my dad now.
You know what? I that's true, because like then you go. I think the goal is always to get the kid to second guess his choice, right? So now you're like, I'm gonna leave my bike. Nope, I don't trust that motherfucker. I'll take it inside to make sure he doesn't fuck with it.
Look, after that, I didn't trust anybody. Like I thought everyone was out to steal my shit. Yeah.
Then your dad won. Your dad, he accomplished it. He accomplished
to implement paranoia and fear into my stuff.
Well, that means he only had to buy a bike once. Bikes are expensive, man. But yeah, and then as I grew up, as I transitioned into adulthood, I kind of like, as now I become the parent and my daughter does stuff, like I said, I kind of understand the logic behind a lot of my aunt's choices. You know what? One of the moments I think that I had like realized, we grew up, we were poor. You know, my dad made the exact same things every single day. We had like fried chicken legs and chicken thighs, rice and vegetables and gravy. Like, and that's what he made every single day. Special occasions were like holidays where he made barbecue. And then he made like this huge fucking pot of spaghetti that was basically endless. But so I was going shopping for my family, and I was in the store, and I was like, you can get like 20 like legs and thighs in a pack for like $6. And I was like, no fucking wonder me in a house full of like 3 other growing boys ate fucking chicken thighs and legs like every fucking day because they're dirt fucking cheap. They were dirt fucking cheap.
I mean, they're still good.
And they were delicious. I do love some fried chicken. I do.
I'm a breast and wing type of guy, man.
You dirty boy.
Yeah. No, I have to say, growing up, I was a fuck nut, and I got myself in a lot of trouble. And if you ask my wife, I haven't grown up. She says that she's raising 4 fucking kids. But I definitely had like several adult moments, like, oh shit, I'm an adult, and some of them are trivial and more monumental because I was led to believe that they had to be monumental. Like the first time I remember feeling like an adult is when I turned 18. I registered to vote and I went to vote. Doesn't mean shit to me now, but back then it made me feel like such a grown up being able to vote and think that my vote counted.
I didn't vote until Obama.
until it mattered.
I didn't vote until it mattered. Well, shit, man. You know, speaking of like waiting for milestones as an adult. So when I turning 21, right? I was like, I had my ID. I was sitting in the parking lot of a 7-Eleven with my girlfriend, who is now my wife, and waiting.
Oh, congratulations!
Well, thank you, thank you. And
it is our anniversary.
Oh, is it? Wait, no. You don't know this, but I have a whole nother life as a black guy. It's crazy.
What?
I know, but I'm also here.
We've established this. Yeah.
Yes, I'm your Caucasian wife, but now I'm establishing that I have a whole other side life as a black guy that you don't know about.
Yeah.
Juan's a side piece.
That's true.
The funny thing is, I had a feeling that he was going to refer to his actual wife as a side piece, and then he realized it would get him into hot water, and that's how I ended up being the side piece.
Juan, you were always a side piece. The fact,
what?
I just let you think. I just let you think that you were the main chick, but you're the side piece, bro.
Okay, go.
But anyway, so I was turning 21, and we're sitting in the parking lot of 7-Eleven where they sell booze. And I walked in there at midnight with my fucking head held high, waiting for this guy behind the register to card me. I put the like wine coolers or whatever the fuck they were on the counter, and he's like, "All right, man, $8.50." And I was devastated. I was like, "But you're not gonna card me? You're like, just come on, man, $8.50." So I hand over my debit card and I walk out and I go, "This is the most disappointing fucking thing that's ever happened to me."
So I had a similar thing. I turned 21. After work, I went to Camacho's Cantina, went straight to the bar, ordered myself a margarita, no judgment, and they didn't card me. So I was pissed, and I go, fuck, I'm going to go to the liquor store by my house in Glendale and get me some Mike's Hard Lemonade because I didn't care. I just wanted to be carded. Go buy some Mike's Hard Lemonade. Didn't get fucking carded. That lemonade sat in my refrigerator for months until I tossed it out. But I was pissed off. Didn't get carded at Camacho's and didn't get carded at the liquor store.
I have a question for you, Juan.
Yeah.
So you didn't want us to judge you about trying to get a margarita at a bar, but you don't mind if we judge you about going to pick up Mike's Hard Lemonade?
No, I would judge myself for fucking Mike's Hard Lemonade. That was a wuss drink, man. My drinking has got
lemonade,
but it's hard lemonade, like twisted.
Yo, Mike makes that lemonade hard.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It's just you're like, don't judge me over a fucking margarita. There's like, hey, you can get yourself a Cadillac margarita and have a good time, man.
Yeah, but 18, 21, and then when I finally moved out, fuck, dude. I remember how difficult it was managing my money on my own for the very first time.
Oh, I know. You told us, man. You bought that inflatable fucking couch that you wanted. You thought that Jay loved.
No. That's when I was doing a little bit better. My first time.
Wait. You doing better is buying an inflatable fucking couch.
Oh, yeah. That was not a cheap inflatable couch. I was pissed that fucking Jay's cat ruined it.
It was like $30, Sean.
No, fuck you. It was up in the hundreds, motherfucker. It was space age technology,
why would you pay that much money for an inflatable couch?
Dude.
Because I was an adult with money that could spend it.
Wait.
Okay.
Did the Jetsons have like a... a furniture sale or some shit.
No, you know what? Fuck you. It was Space Age. You're just talking shit because your fucking piece of shit cat that ran away.
So now you're being now you're being mean. You're being mean.
Yes, I am being mean because he's being mean about my 5-in-1 fucking sofa.
Dude, I feel like you're repeating what the salesman told you instead of like Target or wherever the fuck you bought that.
Okay, this is where you're gonna judge. It wasn't a salesman. It was an infomercial. It was a late night infomercial, and I made 5 easy payments of like 126 or 20. I can't remember.
I think you got swindled.
Dude, they told you it was Space Age, but this cat is fucking up Space Age material. I don't believe it.
And it was actually a kitten.
Dude, that kitten had a rough time, man. That kitten ate sardines and then ran away.
Oh my god, dude, that's fucking ridiculous. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
It still makes me sad.
No, fuck you. So by the time we had the Space Age sofa, I was doing a little bit better. That I remember living with Jay, and I would be like, "Hey, you want to go to McDonald's?" And he'd be like, and I'm like, "I got you." So we would go, and this is the one thing I still remember to this day that pisses me off. We had a deal, except for that one day when McDonald's was giving away free shit on the box of Big Macs and fries or chicken nuggets. That if
the Monopoly game.
Yeah. Well, was it the Monopoly game?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. So if Jay bought me lunch, he would be like, "Hey, if you win something, it's mine," and vice versa. The one time I don't say it, what did you win, Jay?
I won a PlayStation 2.
That's really fucking awesome.
I know. It was great.
So he won a PlayStation 2 and I won a PlayStation 2 game. And I go, "Hey, that's my fucking game." He's like, "No, you didn't call it." So he sends in the pieces and then gives me the game eventually. And then I thought he was eventually going to give me the PlayStation. No, he kept it. And then he goes, "Hey, since you don't have a PlayStation 2 to play on it, can I have your game?"
I mean, it only makes sense to me.
I mean, what are you going to do with a PlayStation 2 game without a PlayStation 2 console?
I mean, yeah, you're out there buying Space Age material couches, man.
Well, but going back to the initial thing, the first time I moved out, it was rough because I had to pay rent. I didn't have my dad to give me or support me if I was hungry. So I struggled to manage because before it was just my cell phone. I didn't have to pay rent because on the days that I didn't work, I would wake up early and go help my dad at his job. So I that was my not having to pay rent. So when I move out, I have to pay rent. I have to pay my cell phone. I have to pay whatever credit cards I had. So I didn't know how to manage the fucking money. So I survived a lot on 99-cent menus from Jack in the Box and Del Taco, man. Like there were times that I had to be an adult, quote unquote, and be like, okay, if I have $10, I can eat twice. I can eat 3 half-pound bean and cheese burritos and a macho-sized soda.
Why don't you just go to the grocery store and buy groceries, man?
Sean, how long have you known me for?
Long enough to know that you never cook.
Sean, that was a very inspirational story by Juan.
But that is one of the times I felt like an adult.
But
I actually have a feel like an adult moment.
I'm ready.
You had a cat that ruined my fucking sofa, and you never told me about it until I discovered it.
Let it go.
No, that was still a childish moment where I hid information from you. When I spent 3 weeks in the hospital.
Holy shit.
Oh shit! Yeah.
At the time, I didn't have health insurance, so I was feeling sick, and
because of a cat.
Yeah, because of a cat, and I didn't know it was because of the cat. So I went to the ER in county at like 6 or 7 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
And
for those listeners that are innocent, who else goes to the ER in LA County?
It's not pretty. Like, there's so many people there. And this is before like a lot of the smartphones were available. So I didn't have an iPhone to keep myself entertained. I just had magazines and just the look of despair from all the people in the waiting room. So I waited in the waiting area from 6 p.m. to 6 or 7 p.m. at night, and I didn't see a doctor until 1 in the morning.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And yeah, that's how bad it was. And then I saw an eye doctor because my vision was getting blurry, and I didn't know why it was getting blurry. So they sent me to an optometrist there, and the guy looked at my eye, and he said, "We have to admit you." And my first question to this guy was, "How much is this going to cost?"
That's fair. That's fair.
that was my adult moment where I was like, this sounds expensive.
Yeah.
And I asked him, "How much is this going to cost?" And he goes, "It's better if you get admitted because this is about your health." And I was like, yeah, you're right. But roughly, how much do you think?
if you could just ballpark it for me, please.
He couldn't give me an answer. And I spent close to 3 weeks in the hospital, and I was scared, and they couldn't figure out why I was getting sick, and my vision was getting blurrier and blurrier. And like they ran all these tests. They thought I had like an autoimmune disease. They thought I had like a tumor.
Lupus.
Yeah, they thought I had a brain tumor, and they're just like casually like saying, "Oh, you might have a brain tumor." I was like, "Oh, that's it."
Oh, thanks, man. How much is that going to cost?
Oh, dude. Yeah,
And do I get a frequent flyer card?
They figured out that it was just like a bacteria from this kitten that we had just gotten, and like worst case scenarios that your vision gets kind of blurry, and that's what happened to me. And like I was every day like I was asking a nurse like, "Hey, so I know this is going to be pretty expensive, like how am I going to like take care of this bill?" And then they directed me to some like financial aid place where I had to apply for this financial assistance to pay for the hospital stay. But the funny thing is, like, I applied for it, I got approved, but for some reason they showed me what the bill was going to be,
like without it.
Yeah, and they showed me this bill, and it was $60,000.
Holy shit!
Yeah, and I said, I would never be able to pay that. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
And then it ended up costing me like $1,100. So
we're just still, Jesus Christ.
So I remember this time because I remember going to the hospital to see Jay a couple times. One before he got admitted, and the look on his face before the whole bill stuff was terrified because he didn't know what was happening. And then the other thing was, yes, he's telling you about county and all these people and all this shit, but what he forgot to tell you is he thought he was going to get shagged because he told me that as he's waiting, this bus from county jail is offloading fucking inmates in chains.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So if like an inmate or a prisoner needs to get an MRI or an X-ray, they'll send him to county hospital, and then they'll give him an MRI, So I was like waiting.
Yeah.
I was waiting to get an MRI, and then they brought in this guy, and he was in handcuffs, and he was in like the prison garb, and he was like, it's like, and I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? And then the nurse was like, well, sometimes they bring the prisoners over here to give them like MRI or X-rays and stuff like that. Oh, are we safe? And he's like,
dude, the way you describe it, I feel like that's what like the $10 plan on Planet Fitness is like. You go in there, and because it's $10, anybody can get in essentially. So you're just like, I don't know if this guy who's on this weight machine is going to kill me or not. So I'll just wait as far away from this motherfucker as I can.
Dude, it got even worse because when he finally got into a fucking room, it wasn't like his own fucking suite. He was sharing it with other people, and one other patient was either detoxing or in a lot of fucking pain that he would scream out and everything, to the point where the guy didn't speak English, but he spoke enough English that he learned Jay's name. So in his moans, like I remember visiting Jay, and all I would hear was, yay, Jay. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, he knows my name now.
yeah, because, the nurse would come in, and then they would say, Jaco, Mr. Jaco, and this guy, I think he was in there because, like he was so drunk, and they were trying to detox him, and they had him handcuffed to his bed. And this is everything the nurse told me. You know, like there's no confidentiality.
Yeah, I mean, how could there be? How could there be? It sounds like it was kind of a crazy place to be, like all together.
Yeah. So like the guy, he would not sleep, and then because he wouldn't sleep, he didn't want to let anybody else sleep. So he was just like, yay.
You know, Juan, for a second I was going, man, why are you dredging up all these bad memories? But it sounds like Jay is now, he's over it. He's gotten over it.
Dude,
now.
this was this was around the time like House was like a popular show on TV, and then like my whole thing was I felt like I was a house patient, and they couldn't
a poor man's
couldn't
house.
figure out why I was sick. And then my mom, she loved House, and she was like, "Oh my God, I hope we clean the house in case they break in and try to find out why he's sick."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Every day that you went to visit Jay, he would look up hoping it was Hugh Laurie walking into the doorway and look disappointed when it was a fat man.
Actually, the doctor that diagnosed me correctly, he kind of did it like House. He just looked at me. He asked me a couple questions.
Lupus.
And then he goes, "Do you have a cat?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just got this kitten." And then he goes, "He's got cat scratch disease." And then they all looked at each other and they're like, "Oh my God." And then they just started treating me for that.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong. Don't you have like lasting effects from it? Don't you have floaties, permanent floaties from
Yeah,
it?
I know, but I mean,
Jesus Christ, Juan, you're just putting all this fucking business out there, man. It's like,
I am disabled in a way. I just don't let my disability.
It's so odd when Jay's like talking to you and looking in the odd way, in a different way, and then he realizes it's a floaty he's talking to.
It was so weird. It was so weird because my vision started coming back, and then when I started to see things a little clearly, I just saw this little seahorse floating by, and I'm like, "What the?
Hey, friend. Hey, I'm just floating
What is this?
here, guys."
So I had to.
Don't mind me.
Hello, I'm Mr. Seahorse in your eye.
I got so many ants in my eyes.
And the adult thing that you did afterwards was get health insurance, right?
Yeah. Well, first I asked the doctor, "Hey, there's a seahorse in my eye. Is that going to be an issue?"
Is that going to cost more?
How often do I have to feed it?
Yeah, he said, "Don't worry about it. Your eye will adjust around it."
I feel like that doctor thought these other doctors were complete fucking dipshits. He walks in, looks at me, goes, "You got a cat?" He's like, "Yeah, I do. How do you fucking know I had a cat?" And he goes, "That guy has cat scratch. All right, everyone, that's what you're going to treat it for." And he walks out and go eats his lunch.
Dude,
because
the doctor that treated me, he was very young, right? So I was like, I bet this guy is going back into his office and just thumbing through the book. Like,
yeah, that's kind of scary though. I mean, to have something that's like that is so easy. It sounds like it was very easily treatable, but to have like so many people looking at you going, I have no clue what the fuck is happening right now.
They treated me for a bunch of stuff. Like they gave me this one doctor, like they would just give me medicine, like it was like candy.
And you took it. If I remember correctly, I remember they gave you medicine one time, and I go, "What the fuck is that for?" I don't know. They told me to take it.
Like they're the authority right there, you know. Like
yeah, I'm like, well, yeah. What's the alternative? He's like, "Take this." No, well, you're gonna die. All right then.
No, but like he didn't ask questions like, "Is this gonna make my second head pop out from my shoulder? What the fuck is this gonna do?" Like he was just taking it blindly.
Well, this one doctor was like, he thought I had tuberculosis, and he said, "You might have tuberculosis." So he gave me some pills for tuberculosis, and then he warned me, "Hey, your pee might be bright orange." And I'm like, "What?"
Oh yeah.
And then I peed, and that was like high C or Sunny D. Like I was like, "Damn."
Oh, sweet Jesus, man, sweet Jesus. So, so Jay, moving on from what it sounds like, you make light of it, but it sounds like an absolutely terrifying fucking experience.
I mean, yeah, it was.
Oh, he was scared.
It's really scary. I mean, anytime you go to the hospital, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, it gets
Correct.
I think it gets scarier as you get older because you really don't know like if you're gonna if like you're gonna heal from it.
Yeah.
But correct you if you're wrong, Juan, on something else about Jay's life that you want to air out.
Didn't the cat end up running away afterwards?
No, we still have that cat.
Oh, it's the other one that ran away, right?
Juan,
I actually missed that one.
God damn it! Is that the one that put the holes in his fucking space couch?
No,
No, that one ran away.
this one was Fudge. We had him for a good like I want to say 13
the good
years.
cat.
Yeah, he was so good. Like
The cat that didn't give him a seahorse.
no, I mean we still have that cat. Like that cat shows up every once in a while, like in the living room, and I'm like, hey. He's like, hey, and she runs back.
Remember, I gave you that one time I gave you a seahorse? What's up?
Oh man. So anyway, again, Juan, if you want to tell some more stories about people, or are you good?
I had another adult moment.
Well, I want to know about a reckless adult moment, like something you do that's just reckless as an adult.
Oh, dude, fuck, man. There's so much to pick from. I mean, I think you and I have had some pretty reckless adult moments. Jay and I have had some pretty reckless adult moments. I mean, just giving you like headlines. Jay and I drove a car as it was flooding.
That's very true.
I'm sorry.
Like water was somehow leaking through the engine, through the glove compartment, and it started flooding. And we took it to a mechanic and left it there. And then we got on a bus, and we didn't know if we were going in the right direction. The bus driver didn't give us enough details. We ended up lost to the point that it was such an adventurous day. We go, next time we need to bring a camera. Then Jay brings a camera the next time we hang out. Nothing happened.
Yeah, I was in the passenger seat for that, and the water was coming through the glove compartment, and I was like, "What's up with your car, dude?"
Mind you, this is one of the beat up Cadillacs I used to drive, or one of the beat up Thunderbirds, and it had to have water put in constantly to prevent it from overheating. Not only did it about that, but it also had a gas leak. It had a hole in the driver's side floor. So I think Jay had gotten out and put the hose to fill it up, and it wasn't filling up. And like after like 15 minutes, and I could be exaggerating, I go, let's just fucking go. So he pulls out the hose, we leave, and as we start driving, it's overheating. Fucking steam is coming out of the dashboard, and then he goes, "Hey, I don't think this is supposed to happen. There's water coming out of your glove
and it was hot water. It was hot water."
But mind you, when I was driving and when he starts saying, "Oh, there's water coming," I thought it was going to be a little drip. Mind you, the way I remember is I look over and I see this fucking little waterfall gushing out of the fucking.
Yeah, I had to lift my feet off of the the floor of the car.
Holy shit. Jesus Christ, man. That's incredible.
Other reckless moments, including you, man. I have like two memorable ones. One, you and I got drunk at a baby shower. Not even related.
Yeah. Yes, that's true.
We got drunk at a baby shower. Like, we were given permission not to participate in the baby shower because it was one of those Mexican ass bullshit baby showers where it's a baby shower, but it's intended for everybody. But you and I are like, fuck it. So we got permission to go drink at a bar. And I think we went to my dad's bar, drank, came back with a comfortable buzz. The party was still going on, so we continued drinking there. And we got to the point where we thought we can wrestle. And I think I wanted to hit you with a chair, and we were told not to. And your wife at the time was pregnant. And all I remember was like, Sean, for the love of God, you're going to be a father.
Yeah, no. So Jay, he's bearing the lead. So yes, we go out to drink at this bar. We come back, and then we continue drinking when we get there. And so yes, we are trying to then wrestle each other with these white folding chairs. Why?
So first off, we started wrestling without the chairs, and we got talked to.
And so then I go, well, fine, break a bottle over my head. I'm sure I can take it.
Yes. Because they pulled the fucking chairs away from us.
So I told them to break a bottle over my head, and I was directing them to the hardest part of my head so that where I knew it would cause the least amount of damage.
So it was systematic. Like I had to chug the beer, and he told me how to hold it. He told me what point I have to hit on the bottle so it breaks on his head. And he kept on bending down with his hands on his head, looking for the hardest spot.
It was a very scientific. It was very, very scientific.
To the point, Johnny was there, and Johnny was just sitting there watching us. And my girlfriend at the time and his wife was like telling us to stop, but we were like being stupid. And Johnny just goes, "Hey, do you want them to stop?" And Linda goes, "Yes." So he turns around and just nut checks me, and I fall to the ground, and then looks at Sean, and Sean's like, "Okay, I'm good."
Yeah.
And we stop.
Yeah. I was very close to having a bottle broken over my head that day on purpose. I have a stupid car story. I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I bought a Honda Accord for $1,000, and then I drove that guy who sold me the car to another place to go sell him another car, to go buy a car with the $1,000 that I gave him. But
I thought you were going to talk about the time somebody let you borrow a car and you totaled it.
You know what? No, but I mean, Jesus Christ, we have so many fucking stories. But in this one, so I had this Honda Accord for like 6 months. And I never put any oil in it. I probably driven it. It was one of my first cars, so I'd driven it fucking everywhere. And so then the check engine light comes on. So I put oil in it. I didn't do any research about.
You put vegetable oil, didn't you?
No, I put like I put oil. I went to like Riley's Auto Parts or whatever, AutoZone. I was like, I just need car oil, and he pointed me to and I grabbed the first one I saw, and I walked over to my car, and I poured it in. And the light went off, and I have no idea how that fucking dipstick worked. So I just, all right, there's oil on it, cool. So then I put the thing back on, drove around for like another 2 months, and then my mom says like, "Hey, your check engine light's on," and then she put oil in it, and then she left the cap off. So then she drove the car around, and so my car smelled like hot burning oil for like another month. And then one day, granted, I've never changed the oil on this fucking car at all. So one day I'm driving home from work, and I'm on the 101. Right near the Vermont exit, and my fucking engine just stops. And all I can do is coast off to the side, and I parked literally right in front of the exit in front of some poor person's house, and I left that car there. I was just like, because I had no clue what to do. I walked over to the market that's like down the street from there, from like Vermont or whatever, and I got some oil and I dumped as much as I could inside the car, and it didn't come back on. So I was like, all right, well, I just left it. I got on the metro. I went home, and I was like, yeah, my car is fucking stuck there. And I realized that they had one of those like parking signs. So I was a race against the clock to get this car donated so that I didn't have to do anything else with it. Because
that reminds me of somebody named JK. No, that's too obvious. Let's call him J. Co. Had a Volkswagen Rabbit, collected a lot of parking tickets until I finally got a boot and got towed. And when they asked him, "Hey, do you know whose car this is?" He was like, "No, I don't know. And it got towed away.
No, I went to the city and I told them, "Hey, I have all these parking tickets on my my Volkswagen," and they were like, "Well, we'll pay it." And I was like, "Well, I don't have the money to pay it." And they said, "Well, we can just impound your car." And I said, "All right, do that."
Great. I wasn't going to pay for it anyway. Yeah, man. Do you guys feel like that you're becoming your parents? You think like now?
Well, I have one last story.
Go ahead.
I've got another story.
I want to reminisce about the time that I got promoted to open up my very own attraction. Dream come true for a theme park little fat kid. And to celebrate, I went to my boy's house, drank Gentleman Jack, Honey Jack, and at some point we decided, hey, I have a BB gun, but I only have like 5 or 6 bullets or BBs in it. So what did we do? We decided to shoot each other with the BB gun, with the caveat that afterwards we pick up the BB and reload the gun. So as we're shooting at each other, we would cover our eyes because God forbid we were to shoot ourselves in the eye. And after like the 3rd time, when Sean is covering his eyes, I realized
Yeah.
he's leaving his crotch unguarded.
Yeah, you shot me in the dick with a fucking BB. You fucking asshole. We had an agreement. We had a gentleman's agreement that you wouldn't shoot each other in the dick or the face, and this asshole shot me in the dick.
That's what makes Juan a scoundrel.
But the funny thing is, as punishment, I wasn't allowed to shoot him anymore. So he decided to shoot himself point blank in different parts of the body.
Yeah, I did do that.
like a boss.
So
Yeah.
So he shot himself in the earlobes, on the arm.
I forgot about shooting myself in the fucking earlobes. I don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah.
On the neck. He shot himself random spots until he lost the BB. Then the following day, he wakes up and he has all these little like welt marks. And he goes, "What the fuck did we do?" And I'm like, "You shot yourself with a BB." And he's like, "Oh yeah, that was good."
Yes. I did shoot myself in the earlobe. Why? I have no fucking clue. I have no clue. The thing is, I would have done it sober, just to see what it felt like. I think that's why I did it. But anyway, I digress. Jay, you have another reckless adult moment for us?
I do. All right. So I've been blacked out drunk at least 5 times in my life. Yeah, it's hilarious. You know, what's funny. I spent a Christmas with my family, and I had a beer in front of my mom, and then she goes, "Oh my God, are you okay to drive?" And I was like, in my head, if you only knew. If you only knew.
Jay, you were there when I drank and puked a little bit, and you and another person were like, "Whoa, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just leaking. I leak from time to time."
This idiot drank a whole pitcher by himself. It was disgusting. But I remember I went to Vegas one time with Juan and his girlfriend at the time, and we stayed at the Pirates.
No, I think our friends stayed at the Pirates at TI. I think we stayed at the Hooters or Excalibur.
Yeah.
It was Hooter-tastic. The 25-cent wings. Yeah, that was you.
So we were there for like the weekend, and then my friend texted me. She's like, "Hey, I'm coming to Vegas. You want to hang out with me and my friends?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I met up with her and her friends at the Cosmo, right? And like she said, "Oh, these are my friends from whatever work that she does." And they had bottle service, so I just started drinking. And then they're like, "All right, so we're gonna go to the club now." And I was like, "Oh, cool." So we took a limo to the Wynn, and we went to this club. My friend, she's not the brightest girl, you know? So we try to go to this club, and she didn't have any ID. She didn't have an ID. And I was like, "How do you not bring ID?" And then she tried to get into this club with a library card. And I was like, what is your problem? And then she's like, "Well, it worked at this last place that I tried it at." And so this girl is Filipino, and most of her friends were Asian, and we're like trying to figure out how we're going to get into this club. So she has this idea. She's like, "You know what? I look like so-and-so. If I text them to bring her ID out to me, maybe I can get into this club." And I was like, "That's not going to work. She's Chinese. You're Filipino. It won't work." So she goes, "It will work." And then she texts them, and then they bring the ID. We go back to the front, and then the bouncer looks at the ID, looks at her, and then goes, "All right, come on in." And I was like, holy shit. Racial profiling worked in our favor.
Yeah.
So then we went to this club, right? And I had met these people just then. They had more bottle service, so I just started drinking more. And then at some point in the evening, they were like, "All right, so we're gonna go to the strip club." And I was like, "All right, we'll go to the strip club." So then we took a limo to the strip club, and my friend didn't want to go because she didn't have an ID. So, you know, I was just there with these people that I had just met, right? So then I'm at the strip club and it's fantastic, and then there's more bottle service and I was just drinking more. And then one of the strippers, she taps me on the shoulder. She's like, "You want to dance?" And I was like, "Lap dance?" He's like, "Yeah, $20." And I was like, "Sure."
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah. So I got a lap dance and it was fantastic. And then I gave her the $20 and she was like, "You want another dance?" And I was like, "Hell yeah." So then I got another lap dance and then I go, let me go to the ATM machine to get another 20. So I go to the ATM machine and I try to take out 20, insufficient funds. I was like, uh-oh.
Wait a minute.
So I go to another ATM and then same thing, insufficient funds. And I was like, holy shit, what am I going to do? And then I go back to the stripper and I go, "Oh man, I can't take any money out. And I only have my credit card." And she's like, "Oh, that's cool. We can go in the back." And I take credit cards. And I was like, no. I'm not going to pay like $1,000 for this. So I had to ask these people who I just met like a couple hours before. I was like, "Hey man, I don't have money to pay the stripper for the lap dance. Can you spot me at 20? And he's like,
"Oh fuck!"
They were so cool. They were like, "Oh yeah, sure." But then after that, I was just embarrassed and I just left.
Yeah, well, shit, man. I mean, that's fucking dope. I mean, I can't imagine the feeling of like, oh, what the fuck am I gonna do now that I'm at this ATM?
Dude,
and
I was so scared. I thought like some bouncers would come and break my thumbs.
That's old Vegas. New Vegas would have had you washing
Dude,
dishes, man.
it reminds me of the time I discovered the Irish car bomb.
Man.
I like many of the millennial era were fans of Jägermeister for a while, which is absolutely disgusting. I don't know why we drank it, but Jägermeister and Red Bulls were a thing. And I went to this bar in downtown LA, and the guy goes, I go, "Hey, I'll have a Jägermeister and Red Bull," and the guy goes, we're out of Jägermeister, but I got another car bomb for you if you want. And he introduced me to the Irish car bomb.
Oh yeah.
After my first 2 Irish car bombs, because we pre-gamed in the car. It was like for my birthday, and they had bought me a bottle of absinthe. So I literally was at another bar down the street where I had opened that bottle in the bathroom and was taking like whole shots out of it. Then I have 2 Irish car bombs there, and then I wake up the next morning and I can't find my glasses. I'm like woke up face first. And so I have no idea what I did after I had those 2 Irish car bombs. All I know is that they were fucking delicious.
Yeah, dude.
I wake up
Bailey's and Guinness.
It was like chocolate milk. It was beautiful. Oh my God.
It's not just Bailey's and Guinness, isn't it? Jameson as well?
Yes. It's Bailey's, Guinness, and Jameson. And it tastes like chocolate. It's delicious. So I wake up to a series of texts. And again, I can't see them because I can't find my glasses, which is the first clue to me that I made some mistakes the night before.
Yeah, it's crazy when you black out. You have to play detective the next day.
Yeah. I woke up to a series of texts. I was like, "Dude, are you all right?" And I have no idea. And God bless my wife, because I don't know how she took my stumbling drunk like ass all the way from downtown LA on the metro to our house at the time. But I found out that later, after I left that bar, that I got kicked out of that bar because I was being unruly after I had like 2 more Irish car bombs. I almost kicked a bum in the face. I got us kicked out of the 7-Eleven that was across the street from the bar because I was trying to feed people ice cream from inside the inside the cooler. And the guy was like, "You got to get your friend out of here before we call the cops." And then I tried to get back into the other bar that we were going back to. It was a sushi restaurant that's down the street from it. And they wouldn't let me back in because I was that drunk person that they were like, "We can't let him back in because it's just going to make the problem worse." So they took me home to where I don't even know how I got on the train. I don't even know how I got home. Oh my God. But anyway, yeah, I got like blackout drunk.
So drunk Sean is fun Sean. And here's the thing. I've known Sean for many, many years, and he's a big germaphobe. I think over time I've turned into a slight germaphobe because of him. But I always knew that Sean was at a comfortable stage of drunkenness when his germophobia went away. Key moments in my life where he went away, it was at my graduation party, and my dad was feeding the token black guy peppers from the hot pepper tree. And as I looked down at my dad's hands because they were greasy as fuck from the carnitas that he was making, feeding peppers to Sean, and Sean just taking them like nothing. Whereas if he was sober, he would have been like, no, I'm fine. Drunk Sean.
You ever see Futurama one?
Which episode?
Well, it's they have a hedonism bot. He's like on that big chair and he's like eating grapes.
The golden bot.
Yeah,
right?
you make it sound like your dad was feeding me grapes like I was hedonism bot.
No, but like he walked around and he's like giving you salsas to try, and like he was testing you out, and every time you had like a new spice level, he's like, it's time to bust out these little peppers. So they were like small little fucking peppers that he calls super chiles, and he ate it like nothing. So ever since then, the token black guy is like my dad's favorite because he'll make like spicy shit that I wouldn't even eat. And here comes Sean and goes, oh, this is delicious. In fact, during quarantine, didn't he make like special peppers for you and your wife?
It was pickled onions and carrots. Oh, they're fucking delicious.
Sean, what you don't remember was those peppers were his penis.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man.
You're my new stepmom.
They were delicious.
No, but
I want the recipe.
Also, when you got drunk in Vegas with me, and I realized you were drunk, because we wanted to fight like random people. But at some point, you and I were hugging a bum and dancing with him. I don't remember it completely, but people had to tell us about it.
No, Jay, we were drunk to the point where we had become super like bro macho. It's like, hey, are those guys talking to our girls over there? Hey, fuck those guys over there. Like that, and like that's not who we are. But that is for whatever reason we were in Vegas.
We went to see the Rat Pack.
We did.
Until this day, we know we drank a lot. But to this day, I don't understand how we paid for everything, because I paid for everything, but I only, like, by our calculations, we drank like $500 worth of alcohol, but it ended up being like $116.
Well,
to the point
the next day, did your jaw hurt or?
No,
dude. The next day, so Juan gets up and he fucking wants McDonald's, and he's like, I want a Coke, and it makes it seem like we were sharing our room. I text him and go, I want a Coke. Yeah.
Oh no, you called me. You called me. Hey, we're going to go to McDonald's. You want anything?
Yeah. So I bring Juan a Coke, and he takes a sip. He goes, hey, motherfucker, did you spike my Coke? Because he had drank so much Jack and Coke the night before that even the Coke that he was drinking right now tasted like it had Jack in it. It was
Dude, we had turned into, like, we're not big Sinatra Rat Pack fans, but we had turned into like the biggest fans, to the point that we were the loud ones on the show, singing along with the people, because it was old music that we recognized from the theme park that we worked on from one of the streets. And at the end, they were doing pictures with the Rat Pack, and Sean and I came out and we're like, there they are. And the Rat Pack, the way we remember it, is like, hey, there they are. And apparently we cut the line of all these senior citizens and went in the front, took our pictures, and bought the pictures. But I don't remember cutting the line.
I'm sure those old people remember you cutting the line.
Goddamn youngsters can't behave.
I'm sure there were some slurs thrown.
Poor Sean. The question is, with all the shit that we've been through, are you going to allow your kid to go through half the shit and learn the hard way like we did? Or are you going to try to be like, no, fuck you, I've been through this, listen to me?
I mean, kids they're going to do whatever they're going to do.
If I'm being honest, I hope they do. I hope they do some of the dumb shit and they just realize that, and they learn their lesson, because how else do they learn? My little brother is a perfect example of, like, doesn't matter how much science and proof that you present that fire is hot, he won't give a shit until he touches the fire and recognizes that, oh shit, yes, it is in fact hot.
All I have to say is my kids will be lucky if they find a trio of friends like I've had with you, Sean and Johnny, because I think that a lot of my adventures as an adult have been because of you three motherfuckers, either getting me in trouble or just finding out new things to do. And if my three kids can find friends like that would get them in trouble and at the same time bail them out, I don't think I have much to worry about.
That's also true. You've spoken like a true parent.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true
But
parent.
I'm still gonna laugh my ass off when one of my kids, and I think at this point it's gonna be Teddy, walks in with welts on his arm because he decided it was a good idea to shoot himself with a BB gun.
Well, I hope you know that it's going to be me who bought him the BB gun.
Yeah.
So with that said, do you guys think you're becoming your parents? Do you think?
Oh, absolutely.
I want to know for a fact that you are.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck you very hard, dude.
So-
I have to say that if I believed in a God is punishing me for all the shit I put my parents through. Because all the stupid shit that I knew would get on my mom and dad's nerves, on my aunt who raised me, my kids do it, and they do it tenfold. Like I asked my oldest daughter to go do something. An hour later, I come back and she's on the ground rolling around playing, and I go, fucking A, this is shit that used to drive my dad crazy. Or my son running around in his diaper going, Batman, Batman. That shit I used to do as a kid. And I drove my aunt crazy and my mom crazy and my dad crazy. So
I don't think I'm becoming my parents.
oh, fuck you. You know you are. You probably hear something or say something, you're like, shit, they did say it. If not your parents, your aunt or your grandmother.
I do agree that I have life lessons that that now make more sense to me now that I'm an adult. You know, my grandma was a very big advocate of not yelling at kids, so I tend try not to yell at the kids, because kids typically, you yell at them if they yell back at you. So I try to have conversation with them, but you know, sometimes children cannot be reasoned with because their logic is not yet fully developed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I will tell you this, as I become more like my dad, because he's the stable parental figure I had throughout my life, because as you know, my mom passed when I was 9. And then I had my aunt, who's still a big part of my life, but my dad's been the main constant. The old man that raised me is completely different than the old fucking man that my kids get to see, man. Like, my dad used to beat the shit out of me for the dumbest things, or used to yell at me for the dumbest things. And now, perfect example, a couple months ago, Teddy was climbing up on my dad. If I would have been climbing up on an adult while we had company over, I would have gotten yelled at. I wouldn't have gotten hit in front of people. I would have gotten the look of, hey, you better stop. And that's when I make a decision of, do I go full out and pay the price afterwards, or do I listen? 99% of the time I went full out and paid the price afterwards, but I would also get I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Now with my son, my son was climbing up on my dad, started slapping my dad playing, not like out of like evil or no evil intent. He was just playing and laughing, and my dad was laughing, and I turned around because I heard the slap, and I yelled at my son. I go, Teddy, stop it. Then my dad turns around and yells at me and goes, let him be. He's just playing. And I go, mother effer, if I would have done that shit as a kid, you would have hit me with the belt so hard I would have been able to sit for like 5 days. And now you're like saying, hey, it's okay, he's a kid. What happened to that old man?
Well, I mean, first of all, I don't think you're as cute as your son. So there's that.
I don't know. I was an adorable kid, man. I was an adorable kid. Then I got fat.
If you say so. If you say so. The other part is that, you know, your dad had to teach you how to be a responsible adult, and he's not responsible for that with your son. You are. So if he lets your son be an animal, then, you know, that's on you.
That's on you.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh, man.
Y'all remember that. Mind you, if my dad wasn't as old as he is, I would ship my son over to him and be like, go bug grandpa. Let's see how long he lasts.
He'd probably have a great fucking time. He'd probably have a great,
yeah,
he's like,
more than likely, yeah. My dad babies the kids a lot. Like from my oldest to the youngest. Oh, dude, he spoils them. I always joke around to my brothers, I may not be the favorite son, but I have the favorite grandkids.
oh, what a dick. What a dick.
It's a real asshole
It's
thing to
true.
say.
Yeah.
No, it's true. It's true. I joke around with my little brother, and he's like, "Oh, that's because my kid isn't around." And I go, "Why don't you ask my dad for your kids' names? He'll probably be able to name the first one, but he can name all 3
To be
of mine."
fair, they're the youngest, so they're the favorite right now.
Yeah.
Jeez. How about you, Jay? You think you're becoming your parents?
God, I hope not.
Yeah, I don't want to be my parents. I'll be my grandparents any day, but I don't want to be my parents.
Yeah. I mean, nothing against my parents. They're fine people. I don't think they made the best decisions. I mean, they made the decisions that they thought were best at the time for what they had. But I don't want to make the same decisions that they made in lives. If I do have kids, I don't think I want to raise them the same way that they raised myself and my brothers and sisters. Like even with my nephew in the house, I don't think it's the same way that my parents were trying to raise us. Like my brother and his wife, they don't raise them the same way that my parents were trying to. Like we would get hit for every stupid little thing, and that was kind of the way you were supposed to be disciplined, but
the way of the belt.
Yeah, I mean that just kind of instilled a lot of fear in all of us. But as far as like being my parents, I mean I want to be the same good people that they are or my mom was. But I just don't want to make the same decisions that they've made.
I completely agree with you. Like there's things that the way I was raised that I don't want to do it, but there are certain thoughts that when I say it out loud, I go, shit, I'm turning into my dad. Or there are certain things that I didn't realize I picked up from my childhood that I honestly didn't remember. Like we were at a grocery store and I saw, I think, a toy car, and I picked it up and I go, oh, Teddy, my son would like that. And then I go, well, if I'm getting him, I have to get something for the oldest. And the baby wasn't born yet. And then, or was she? I can't remember. But then my dad as I'm paying, my dad just nonchalantly goes, you're just like your mom. And I go, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, anytime she went out, she would get you guys stuff, whether it was at the grocery store or at the mall. If you guys were there, she would make sure that you guys got what you wanted. Or if you weren't there and she saw something that you guys would like, she would pick it up. And that's stuff that I think I don't remember, but apparently it's carried over. And like the ethics of responsibility that my dad instilled in me, that's something I want my kids to have. I want them to learn how hard you have to work for $1 so you're able to spend it. But the corrections that I've made, like I love my dad, but my dad has never really said like I love you. He's kissed me once in my entire life that I remember, but it doesn't mean that he wasn't there. He just showed it differently. And with my kids, I make sure I hug them and kiss them all the time, to the point where my dad's like, I'm happy that you're spending all this time with your kids because I didn't, and you're enjoying it. So I think that's the course correction that I've done. Not on purpose, but consciously. And then there's other things that I go, fuck, I've turned into my dad.
Thanks, man.
Cardi
that.
B?
Cardi B's back. Surprise back. She's back for the gauntlet. Man.
It's pussy time.
Well, Jesus Christ, man.
Damn, Cardi B.
Well, shit, man. Fuck. Well, thank you guys for sharing all your reckless, crazy adult stories. We're all grown up now. We're all grown up. It's funny as you think as a kid, like you can't wait to get to this moment. Then you get here and you're just like, well, fuck. The reality of bills, the reality of just, needing to do regular maintenance on your cars, buying real furniture.
I have to put it out here, man. I keep on telling my wife this. And if you guys are down, I tell my wife, I have one last good Vegas trip left in me.
You're going to hug a bum or what?
No, I think I want to get shit face.
You want to get shit on your face?
Yeah.
Do you want to come to my bathroom?
No, like I keep on telling, with my wife, we went to Vegas after our son was born, and I go, this is it. This is our one Las Vegas big blowout. No, it was disappointing. We drank and then go, oh boy, we're buzzed. Let's stop right now. But I feel like I have one last big Vegas trip left in me. You guys ready to recreate The Hangover with me and my wife?
No.
Then fuck you. It'll just be my wife and I.
Oh, have fun.
Good luck, man. Good luck.
Just if somebody can go, if my wife comes back from Vegas without me, if somebody could go to the rooftop of Caesar's Palace and find me before I die of dehydration.
I will go to your room and find you at 8:30 asleep. That's what I will do.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna party as hard as you say you are.
Well, first off, I never really partied to begin with. Like you guys have known me. I've never been a club person.
He's already making excuses.
I can drink.
He's already making excuses.
Well, you made it seem like, oh, let's do the last big hurrah or whatever.
No, like I mean, like walk around the strip and drink and then gamble. Probably do a show or something. I'm not talking about let's go to club. Whatever cool club there is in Vegas.
Hakkasan, man. They have some of the dopest DJs in Vegas over there.
Actually, yeah, we may do a club because my wife wants to do a club scene in Vegas.
You know, Juan, your idea of a crazy Vegas trip is the same idea that an 80-year-old lady has about a crazy Vegas trip.
Bingo, motherfucker. Bingo time.
Oh, Jesus
B1.
Christ. Whoa, Jay's not wrong.
B1.
Jay is not wrong. But with that said, Juan, we're coming up on the end of the show, so you know what that means, right?
Gauntlet time,
no,
motherfucker.
you dipshit, this. And now, for a minute of complete and utter nonsense. You've been warned.
I completely forgot that you were changing the lineup on this. So my rant is towards you two motherfuckers. We all know that I try to coast on this podcast with my good looks. And I know you guys give me shit that I do not pull in listeners, that I don't do anything to promote the show. And all I would like to say is fuck you, because I have people from Branson and Tennessee listening to us. So at this time, I would like to give a shout out to my boy Taylor and his wife and his 3 friends. Oh, fuck you, don't you dare. It has not been.
Thank you.
No, it has not
to
been.
Our regularly scheduled program.
No.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Taylor and his friends and his wife, because those are people that I brought in, not because of you, but because of me. So that's my contribution. I'll see you a year from now when I find out that there's one more person listening to us because of me. Now you can play the music.
You got like 5 more seconds.
No, but I do not want to hear. Oh, God damn
it. A minute of nonsense. Thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled program.
You know, I say instead of Vegas, we go to Branson and try moonshine.
I mean, can we just try moonshine in my living room?
Yeah, I don't want to go to Branson.
Seems far. Yeah, man. Also, like, we all live pretty close to each other, so you know.
No,
I have to drive.
Like, the time I went to Branson, everybody made it. Or was it?
Oh, you're getting old, man. You can't even remember.
Shit, I am getting old. But either Tennessee or fuck, I can't remember.
Where'd
but
they
I
put
remember
that
going
moonshine?
I didn't have it. I wanted to, and people that went on that trip with me took moonshine home, and I'm like, I should have bought some and tried it.
Why'd you make your own moonshine?
Yeah, you should have smuggled it in your belly.
What the fuck kind of thing is that to say, Dick?
You drink it.
Yeah. You should be a mule. A moonshine mule.
What?
Yes, we are the ones that are confusing us.
You guys are fucking idiots.
How are we idiots?
Yeah, can you please elaborate on how we are fucking idiots?
Why would I have to sneak moonshine in?
I don't know, man.
Well, it was a joke.
It's not a very funny joke. Now,
well,
is
it's not funny.
It's not funny
to you. To everyone listening, though, you are the idiot.
I'm sure someone out in Branson might be laughing.
Or Tennessee.
You know, the funny thing is, he did call me and goes, you know, I do like the minute with Juan Sense. And I'm sorry, buddy, but I know they're making fun of you, but it's just so fucking funny. And I'm like, well, fuck you guys. It makes me feel good. And by the way, they did say that Sean and Jay are very funny. And then I just kind of sat there and go, oh, I guess I'm just nothing.
No, you have a whole minute.
Yeah, you have one whole minute.
Which was cut short. But anyways.
It wasn't cut short. I played it for comedy, Juan. I don't think you know what that is, but that's okay. That's okay. So anyway,
go look up the Ukraine and Russia, motherfucker.
No, I just want those guys to stop tripping.
All these world leaders need to stop tripping.
Back in Mother Russia, we did not.
What? Wait, why are you? Wait. So you have a Cardi B impression and you have a Russian accent?
Was that
no
Putin?
No. Time for the gauntlet.
Oh, okay. Now it's time for the gauntlet.
You're the one that has to edit the fucking show, not me.
You're right.
Take your time.
It's not like you care now. It's not like you care. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Would you like me to call our guest host over? Because he could be like, yay.
All right, everybody. So it's time for the gauntlet.
You already had your minute.
Yeah, man. It's time for the gauntlet. So the standings are Juan is at 5. I'm at 6 after taking a cut because Juan, it would make Juan feel better. And Jay is in the lead.
Wait. Did I surpass you?
No, you have 5 and I'm at 6.
Oh, I thought you said
It's
I was
okay.
at 6.
We know you don't listen to your own voice on this podcast. And Jay is in the lead. After having no dog in this race, he is now in the lead with 12 points that I couldn't count last time if you're keeping up with the show.
I'm sorry, but I think Russia interfered with this point system. I would like to recount.
Okay, well, go ahead and re-listen to the episodes.
I don't have that much time. Russia wins.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you interjecting that.
And that was 30 seconds of Juan's.
Alrighty, so Juan, you are still in the losing position, so I'll let you go first. The rules have not changed; they are still the same. Juan, pick a number, please.
52.
52. How many seconds, Juan?
3.
3 seconds. It's coming in. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, listen up. Now you can either play it again or extend the length.
Yeah, just go.
So play it again, or you want 5 seconds?
5 seconds.
All right, 5 seconds for 2 points. I think I know this.
It's a TV show, and
It's not a TV show. These are all movies. I know exactly what this is. I know exactly what this is.
And you can't play again the 5 seconds, can you?
No, you can either change the length or listen again. And you chose to change the length and listen again.
Okay, and it's a movie. I would like to say it's Debbie Does Dallas.
Okay, I disagree. Jay, do you agree or disagree?
I'm going to disagree.
All right, Juan, you can choose which one of us goes first to reveal our answer.
I would like to say, since Jay, you go first.
I have no idea what that is.
I know exactly what it is. You have any guesses, Jay?
No, you have to say a name, even if you make it up. That's why I came up with Debbie Does Dallas.
The Frighteners.
Okay. And
I did like that movie. That was a good
I haven't
movie.
seen that movie in a while, but I'm gonna say that this is Frozen. This is Frozen.
Fuck you. Is it?
I don't know. Let's find out. I'm clicking the answer.
If it is, I'm going to feel guilty for the name of the movie I picked.
It is Frozen, and it is Let It Go. It is.
I should know this shit, man.
Yeah, when I heard it, I was like, that melody sounds very familiar. And then when you did 5 seconds.
Yeah, fuck you. I wouldn't have guessed it.
You don't recognize this melody? Well, my daughter has watched this movie a bunch of times.
Oh, no. My daughter does it too, and then she sings it. But in my defense, this is what I hear. Let it go.
Anyway.
Let it go.
Anyway. So, hey, look at me. I'm coming up in the world. I came up on 2 points. I'm living life.
So now you're 8, I'm 6, and Jay is 9?
Well, no, Jay is still at 12, and it is now
12.
Well, technically,
8, and
it's my
6.
turn since I was behind. I was next in the thing, and I will choose track number
23.
29. Track number 29 for 3 seconds. Wish me luck.
Luck.
Thanks, man. Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna play it again. Play it again. Shit. I don't know what this is, but it sounds like an action adventure movie, so I'm gonna go with Star Trek. I'm going Star Trek. I mean, I got nothing to lose. You guys agree or disagree?
I disagree.
Okay. I want you to tell me what you think this is first.
I can't remember, but it's a movie.
Okay.
And it leads into a voiceover. So I would like to say Walt Disney presents Peter Pan.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Debbie Does Dallas again, but okay.
That would have been funny.
But-
Walt Disney Presents Debbie Does Dallas.
But Peter Pan. Okay. And Jay, what do you think this is?
I don't know. I feel like it might be a Disney film, maybe like Robin Hood. Yeah, I'll say Robin Hood.
All right. Here we go. And the answer is Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Rings.
Oh,
look at that.
man.
Boy, we were all wrong.
Hey, that's okay. You know what? That means Jay doesn't get any extra points, and I don't get any extra points. That's okay. That's okay. I'm coming up in the world. All right, Jay, it's on you now. What number would you like to pick?
13.
13.
Ooh.
I feel like we might have done that, but here we are. All right, 13.
3 seconds.
3 seconds. Oh my gosh. So you want to listen again or you want to extend the length?
Danny Elfman.
Can I hear it again?
All right. Here you go. Last time. And it's coming in. Okay. All right. I think I have an idea what I think this might be. And you have any thoughts, Jay?
I don't know. It sounds like an older movie. Maybe like The Birds or High Anxiety. I'll go with High Anxiety.
Okay. All right.
I don't think it's an old old of a movie. I disagree.
I disagree. And Jay, who
goes first? Jay?
Who goes first?
Juan.
Debbie Does Dallas.
Edward Scissorhands.
That's not Edward Scissorhands.
Accompanied by Debbie Does Dallas.
I think you're wrong.
So you are.
But it's Edward Scissorhands.
Okay. Got it. Damn it, Juan. I disagree, and I do think that this may be Edward Scissorhands as well. So here we go. Let's find
Danny Elfman, give it to me.
Damn it.
David does.
Damn it. I fucking hate you, Juan. I hate you. So the answer is Friday the 13th. And here is
no, fuck you. No.
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 I'm pissed off, Juan, because my first instinct was like, I think this might be a horror movie based on how like intense these violins are. But then you said Edward Scissorhands, and I was like, that's actually not a bad thought. So I feel incepted and I feel robbed. But you know what?
I incepted you.
But you know what? Hey, what that means is, Juan, is that you are still behind. So Juan, you have 5 points. I now have 8 points. And Jay is still in the lead with 12 points.
Okay.
Thanks, man. Thank you, Juan. Thank you. So, as always, that brings the show to a close. Thank you guys for listening. Juan, you said fuck you a lot of times this episode. So, are you done?
Yeah, but they were happy fucks. Yeah,
I'm glad they were happy fucks.
Yeah, they weren't as angry fucks as normal. So I'm happy. Thank you for allowing me to reminisce of my youth and how I have one last good hurrah left.
You think you do. 8:30.
Fuck
bedtime.
you. Fuck you. I do it. I do have it.
Okay. So since you're done, you got one last good hurrah and you stumble over our exit as you do, sir.
You know what? I could stumble on our exit. Fuck you. You know what? I could just stumble over our exit or outro like I normally do. Or you could just use the one I did last week since you liked it. But in case you don't.
I didn't like that one. You stumbled over that one too.
I thought you said that was the best one I've done so far.
I was patronizing you.
Oh, okay. That kind of. Well, folks, thanks for listening. Don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes. You can find us on all social medias. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I think we're missing TikTok, but that is at INCYCSHOW. You could also email us your suggestions, comments, or ideas at INCYCShow@gmail.com. Again, that's INCYCShow@gmail.com. You can even leave us a voicemail on our show notes. Follow the link. If not, it is... Do you really have to do this, Sean? Sean just typed "fuck you" in the. Anyways, you can leave us a voicemail in the follow the link in the show notes, or you could just go to www.anchor.fm/INCYCShow. Again, that is www.anchor.fm/INCYCShow. Also, we have merch from our unofficial sponsors or in partnership with Linda Myra at lindamyra.com. Get your very own I am not crying, you're crying shirt. Fuck you, Sean. Stop typing on the live document. Guys, thanks for listening. That would have been my best outro yet, but Sean fucked it up with his immature behavior. Thanks for listening.
I was waiting to see if you would Ron Burgundy it, man, and read everything on the teleprompter.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night, folks. Thanks for listening. Fuck you, Sean.